Saturday, October 21st, 2023, 11:23 p.m. This is vlog072. The purpose of these vlogs is to document the present moment, to observe what is happening inside and outside, and it is a meditation on life, time, memory, consciousness, character, personality, thinking. There is no agenda other than to be aware. And so it could be talking, it could be sitting quietly. And usually it's around 10 minutes. And so I think it's really interesting to observe how today was very narrow, task-oriented mind, focus, tunnel vision on the AI Engineer Summit video app, and it's been really interesting, good, because I'm learning a lot of things that I should have learned. Well, should is not the right word here. That I need to know, and so it's something that's just very good to be doing right now. It's moving me in the direction I need to be going in. Basically, what I'm talking about is using LangChain JavaScript library and doing all this, all the pieces, understanding how all the pieces together work together in retrieval augmented generation chat. So it's been great. So the point is, this kind of day is I think it's really good to take a moment and reflect about it, because, and this is funny because this is how LLMs work too. If they take time to reflect on things, they can store them in long-term memory. I'm just thinking about GPT, which is a new paper that came out. I watched the YouTube video about it yesterday about how it is able to have an unlimited context window by essentially mimicking something that the computer does, which has RAM, random access memory, like a scratch pad, but also has a long-term hard drive memory, hard disk. And it does this by reflecting on its daily activities and storing them as long-term memory and summarizing them. And I feel like this is what I'm doing over right now in this vlog, is this kind of process, which is kind of really good. And it's a real, so, and I really think working in AI right now is so cool and interesting. And it's Da Vinci was alive right now, he would be of course playing with these tools, because these are really the cutting edge. I mean, it's really mind-blowing what is possible now. And it's just how do you employ this? So the canvas is a white canvas, wide open, and people just need to, people that know how to put the paints together, mix the paints, they have free reign to create their masterpieces. And what these masterpieces do right now, what they can do right now, is transform our world by allowing us essentially have a new layer on top of our neocortex, a new layer of neurons, and it's about how easily we can integrate with it, meaning through software applications, web applications, how we can bring the neural networks, the LLMs, right where we need them, and manage this complexity of the code, of the software, how you interact, for example, with a terminal, and you need to remember how to kill a process that is running on port 3000. What is the command? I don't remember this command. I always have to look it up. But now you can have an in-terminal piece of software, a software in your terminal that will accept your instructions in simple English and translate it to the computer code that's very precise. That's just one example. Another example is you're at a documentation page and you need to find out how to use this function. You don't know what it returns. You have to go to another page to find that out. You have to search on GitHub to see how other developers have used this function, because you don't know how, because the documentation is so terse and sparse. I mean, I'm talking about LangChain is one example, but LangChain is one of the better ones. If you take something like YouTube-transcript or Editsly, it's incredibly terse to the documentation. You just have to look in the source code to find out how to use them, how to use the functions, what parameters, what options they take, what the functions return. So problems like this slow us down and prevent us from really wielding this software skill set more effectively, because we as humans we have a limited ability to reason. We can hold 7 concepts at the same time. And no matter how much of a wizard, of a computer code wizard you are, it takes just a massive amount of time. And so now we can have these helpers that we can just ask. Now we do this in ChatGPT, but it's just in one window, and it doesn't have access to the to the documentation. So that's where software developers have to step in. Basically what I'm trying to do with Seducer.com, which is essentially and other examples like this, but example applications like this that do something similar. For example, Typing Mind or Chatbase.co, and these do different things. Or Chat PDF, they focus on certain things, and there's 100 different Chrome extensions that try to do this, and that's okay. There is a lot of players in this space. I mean, okay, that's a phrase. The point is just because there are existing applications that are approaching this, they're not doing it the way that really solves the problem. The problem still exists to how to do this in a very, to have a good experience with this, to do it so that it's fast and that it's handy, so that it's so that you can wield these tools effectively, and so that's where I feel my work comes in, my vocation, my where I can contribute to the world. So that's now the point is now the process how to do this is by having a good rational, reasonable strategy, and really being clear, thinking clearly about this, and I feel like, okay, like Steve Jobs is like a perfect example of this, as somebody that just like does this as a person that is like, he's like a programmer, but and at the same time he like tackles all the challenges and problems as a programmer would, and very effectively. Essentially, like programming taught him how to think, and now he's able to think through these problems. And essentially, that's what is my process. Signing off. That's 10 minutes, 11 minutes.